Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. And much peace and blessings and salutations unto the elect that are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say Shalom. And here I have an article from theguardian.com. And what I want to go into is how Babylon the Great, America, is committing war crimes against the Iranians and against the people throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, because I don't even know if a lot of you Americans, you Babylonians, know that the United States military cannot just go around bombing civilians as you people think that they can do so. Okay, doing that is a war crime. All right, and this is why the bombing and the killing of 175 people, mostly children, was frowned upon. Okay, because you people have been so used to America just going around and doing whatever the hell they want to do, and they've been ignoring these different treaties and these different agreements and rules that you must abide by when you go to war with another a country. All right, there are rules to abide by, and America is breaking those rules. Okay, the first day of the Iran war, of the United States and Iran war, there was a strike on a girls' school which killed 175 people, mostly children. Evidence points to U.S. responsibility. Serious violations of the laws of war, in which the Scott Ritter, the military, ex-military intelligence officer, spoke about this. Okay, and when you go into the laws of war, all right, you can be, there are serious punishments for that. All right, it says serious violations of laws of war, reckless as well as deliberate, constitutes war crimes. It says the U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth declared on Friday that no quarter will be given to the enemy. A violation of international humanitarian law. Okay, now I want to go into this a little bit, because what Esau is doing, his pride is deceiving him. Okay, he think that he can just go throughout the four corners of the earth and do whatever the hell he wants to do. All right, now I went to ChatGPT and spoke about and typed in war crimes. Okay, a war crime is a serious violation of the rules of war. All right, you Americans, there are rules to war. And this is why there are certain military intelligence officers you're supposed to have, and they're supposed to scope out only military personnel and threats of imminent danger. All right. And with America using AI, because AI can't spot, AI doesn't care about children. And I spoke about this in my lessons before, that AI doesn't have the discernment to judge whether that's a military compound or not. All right. AI is scoping out buildings. All right. They don't see little children. They don't care. AI doesn't care about little children. AI doesn't care about old people. AI doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have a human emotion. Okay. And this is what AI did. All right. They're using AI, Planeteer, all these different Claude and all these different military, which these different AI companies, they merged with the military to help them spot out different targets. Okay, so a war crime is a serious violation of the rules of war, international humanitarian law, committed during an armed conflict. These rules are mainly defined by agreements as the Geneva Conventions and the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court, which is the ICC. All right. Now, here are some examples of war crime, which America Babylon the Great is committing as we speak. All right. They have confirmed kill over 1,300 Iranian citizens. Okay. In which, when you go to war, okay, you know, even when we went to war, there were certain rules that we had to abide by. Okay. When the Lord said, you know, when he said, go and kill all the Amalekites. All right. He told us to slaughter everything, even their animals. There were certain rules we had to abide by. Okay. But Esau is just going around the earth, and which is something that he agreed to, a treaty. Okay. There are rules to be abide by when you go to war. It says some actions widely recognized as war crimes include targeting civilians who are not involved in fighting, torture or inhumane treatment of prisoners of war, killing prisoners of war, taking hostages, using banned weapons, deliberately attacking hospitals, schools, which they just did, or humanitarian workers, rape or sexual violence, forced deportation or displacement of civilians, in which America is guilty of all of that. Guilty of every single last one of these. And which treaty has he ever kept? Especially to the Native Americans. Okay, so Esau's, it's not just what he did to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. When we say crimes against humanity, this is what these people have done. And this is why he needs to be stopped, man. Okay, he's just going around the whole earth, bombing people, stealing from people, doing, when I say he, I'm talking about the so-called white man, which are the Edomites. Okay, when you look on TV, who's giving the conferences? Who's the Secretary of War? An Edomite. Who's the President of the United States? An Edomite. These different commanders and generals, majority of them are Edomites. Okay, the man of sin. Okay, whose blood is nothing to them. All right, they don't care. In which, at the end of the day, the Lord is going to hold them guilty, because right now, America is a superpower in the earth and their military might is strong. So nobody on the earth can really hold Esau accountable or do anything. Okay, because that responsibility, that task was given to Yahweh Shai. Okay, when you read about the scriptures in the war in heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is coming back with the holy hosts to hold Esau accountable and put him and the Edomites and the heathens in slavery. Because since these heathens been taken over, it's been nothing but chaos in the earth, man. It says war crimes can be prosecuted by the ICC, which I just spoke about, the International Criminal Court, in which they're not going to hold America. They're not going to persecute America in war crimes. Yahweh Shai is. And how is he going to persecute them? By making war against them. The holy host of heaven, what the world calls UFOs, they're going to hold Esau guilty. They're going to take these people down, and the different militaries around the globe. Yahweh Shai is going, the great king, which is coming back ready for war. He's coming back ready for war. It says, go through it. War crimes can be committed by any side in a conflict, not just the losing side. The key factor is breaking the laws of war. Okay? Here we go right here. They involve breaking the laws that regulate warfare, because warfare has to be regulated, especially with this type of technology that these Edomites have. Nuclear missiles, direct energy weapons. Okay, these different type of bombs that they have. Okay, contrary to popular belief, you can't just go around just killing people, man. And this is what this man has been doing. He's just going around bombing people, killing people, and doing whatever the hell, and especially these Amalekites as well. What you call the Jews, they are very, very violent people. Okay, and they just go around and look at Gaza. Look at what they did to Gaza. Gaza is a fucking wasteland. Okay, and they're trying to push forward their agenda to basically make Israel a superpower, in which that was never promised to the heathen. Okay, in the scriptures it said when the Israelites get back in that land, they shall learn war no more. But they're trying to expand and become a superpower, in which that blessing was not given to you so-called white people. It was given to Yahushua, which is the kingdom of heaven, in which we will be the only superpower on the planet Earth. And all nations will flow unto us and pay tribute to us and serve us, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the so-called. All right, so what these people are trying to forward are their own vain delusions, their own plan, in which the Lord is not. He's gonna basically, in the midst of them fighting in this war, he's gonna upset their plans. You see, they're not looking forward to a so-called black man cracking the sky. The elites know Yahushua is a so-called black man. They know. All right, but these different military generals, they don't know shit. They're just following orders. All right, you soldiers out there that are, well, I'm going to fight for my country. Well, guess what? You go to the military now, you're going to possibly fight Yahushua if you don't die already before he comes back. All right, it says killing civilians intentionally. It says they invoke breaking the laws that regulate warfare, such as those in the Geneva Conventions. Like what? Killing civilians intentionally, which they did. They killed those 175 children and teachers, which was it was a girls' school. Regardless if some of those children were military officials, military soldiers, children, you were not supposed to do that. They were off limits. And Esau doesn't care. And when you go back to what Amalek did, okay, he was smiting the hindermost of our people when we were coming out of Egypt, killing the old. And that's why the Lord said, remember what Amalek did. This is the book of Jeremiah 49:14, NLT. I have heard a message from the Lord Yahweh that an ambassador was sent to the nations to say, form a coalition against Edom and prepare for battle. And that's what you see. A coalition to go against America, Babylon the Great. The Lord says to Edom, and Russians are Edomites as well. All right, but the Lord is just going to use the Russians to spearhead and to ultimately destroy America. I will cut you down to size among the nations. You will be despised by all. And you can see America is being despised by the whole world right now. There's nobody rooting for America because people are tired of America, the big bad bully, the hammer of the earth. All right. And the beast shall hate the whore. So whatever conflicts are about to happen, all right, it's going to piss their allies off, and they're not going to have any more allies. But those Jews, the Israelis, okay, the least of the flock shall draw them out. And they draw them out. It says, you have been deceived by the fear you inspire in others. See, you were able to go around the world and just crush people. And that pride has deceived you because you think that you can go against these different nations that the Lord have raised up, the Iranians, the Persians. Okay, you think that the Iranians was going to be an easy one for you. You thought it was going to be a piece of cake. But Iran is putting that belt to ass on you, man. Okay, and they've been waiting. The Lord have put the spirit on them Persians, them Iranians, to fuck you up, man, and them Amalekites. Okay? There's been talks of sleeper cells being activated here in America. All right, so shit is about to go down, man. But your pride have deceived you. You thought that you can go around the whole earth and do whatever the hell you want to do and nothing's going to happen to you. Okay, America has been that virgin, which really hasn't been touched. All right, no nation has ever been able to bomb America. All right, that 9/11 was self-inflicted. If you're in the know. You have been deceived by the fear you inspire in others and by your own pride. They get up on these press conferences, the great military, we have destroyed this, we have destroyed that, and we are the this and we are the that. That's pride. Okay, and Donald Trump is the perfect devil to get World War III started, man. All right, and brothers said it, man. Brothers called it. This is the perfect devil. It says, you live in a rock fortress and control the mountain heights, but even you make your nest among the peaks with the eagles. I will bring you crashing down, says the Lord. The Lord is about to bring America down. Okay? Edom will be an object of horror. All who pass by will be appalled and will gasp at the destruction they will see there. It will be like the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah and their neighboring towns, said the Lord. What's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah? America, Babylon the Great, because nothing's going to dwell here. It's going to be ashes by those thermonuclear missiles that we've been speaking about for many years, starting with our apostles and elders and even their elders. All right, this is the destruction that you see. All right, the destruction that is about to happen. This is just the beginning. No one will live there. No one will inhabit it. And this is the capital place of Edom, America. And even those Jews over there, some of those rabbis, they call America Edom. Okay? They said America's Edom. All right? It speaks about genocide, crimes against humanity, mass murder, enslavement, deportation, political or religious persecution. All right? War crimes, illegal actions during war. And this is what America is committing as we speak. And Yahushua is going to bring them down. All right? It says, though thy excellency, all right, basically in the book of Obadiah, okay, how the Lord said he was going to bring Edom down. All right? Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, you Edomites, you so-called white people, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, that said in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? This is the pride of Esau, man. Committing war crimes, bombing people, little children, murdering them. In which, in what I just read, you are not supposed to be targeting civilians. Okay, let me look. The Geneva Conventions. Let's look that up. The Geneva Conventions are a series of international treaties that establish legal standards for humanitarian treatment in war. First adopted in the 19th and 20th centuries, they form the cornerstone of modern international humanitarian law, protecting wounded soldiers, prisoners of war, and civilians in armed conflict. Okay? This should be frowned upon. All right? So there's laws on the books for this stuff, man. There's laws on the books for etiquette in war. All right? And Esau is just building up another tab. Even though whoever perished being innocent, of course. But this is what you Edomites agreed to. And guess what again? You're breaking another treaty. All right, here's the Rome Statute of International Criminal Court. Is the multilateral treaty that established the first permanent and international tribunal for prosecuting individual accused of the most serious international crimes. All right. And these people are not going to be and they're not going to be held. These people are not going to be held accountable by their own people, because they all been on the EP Stein Islands. All right. They're able to human traffic people, murder people, do whatever the hell they want. And they're not going to be held. No, we're not going to get justice from these people. We're going to get justice from who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He's going to judge righteously. He's going to be the judge. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. And this is why when the Lord comes back, he's going to kill a whole lot of people. Isaiah 63 speaks about what? Who is this coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? The Lord is coming for these Edomites. He's not going to let them continue to run amok in the earth. He's speeding up the time. He's sick of these damn Edomites, man. All right. And it ain't going to be no, we're not going to be actually in court in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be in chains, as they should be. Because these people are not, they don't have no type of morality. All right. Donald Trump said that he didn't need international. He goes by his own morality. America's not abiding by international rules. Listen to when these people talk, listen to what they're saying. They're not abiding by these certain rules in which the Lord put in the spirit on them to do all this, to be devils, the devils that they are. They're ignoring all the treaties and the laws that are on the books that they're supposed to follow. But as soon as you don't got your seatbelt on, you get a ticket. But here it is. He's over there killing hundreds and thousands of people, dropping bombs on people, bombing water supplies for people, bombing oil refineries, doing all. Only God knows what he's over there doing. Okay, so there's no bound that the Edomite isn't going to cross. And this is why we calling on Yahweh Shai, man, to come and save us out of this place, man. Because even on Americans, even on American soil, you see how what ICE was just doing not too long ago, dragging people out of their homes. They even arrested a little child, man, throwing them in detention centers in which that's judgment. But nevertheless, see, these devils, they don't care, man. They don't care. Okay, that's why we need protection. We need to be delivered from these people. All right, from the bloody man. And this is why we call you the devil. Blood is nothing to these people, man. And you still trying to save the so-called white man ain't trying to be saved. Right? He's not trying to be, he's not looking forward to the kingdom of heaven. There are no Edomite prophets on the corners preaching, saying, they're not there. Where are they? There are no Edomite prophets talking about the end is coming, World War III. They're not going into the book of Revelation. Okay, they're trying to uphold America, in which in the scriptures, the Lord condemns America. Okay, and says that it's going to go out like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, but I just wanted to bring this out. These war crimes that America is committing over there, man. Calling the Iranian terrorist regime, but you over there killing children, man. Murdering, because there's a difference between killing and murdering. You are murdering children, murdering civilians, which is breaking international law, which is war crimes. So with that, shalom.